The tradition continues for the Liberty Center Tigers advancing on to state. Let's talk with the girls team. They'll be heading down to Hebron, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Bailey Groom, senior.
Bailey Johnson, sophomore.
Sydney Storr, junior.
Kaylin Roush, sophomore.
Sophie Long, freshman.
Sydney Miller, freshman.
Maddie Atkinson, junior.
All right, let's go back. What a wet day, a rotten day, but how did you guys get out? What did you think were some of the keys?
I think working hard all summer and then just working hard and pushing each other as a team helped us a lot.
We hear about these summer workouts. What kind of things do you guys do in the summer?
In the summer, from June to usually August, we get together every day and we run. We do our daily mileage.
Okay, how many miles in a day sometimes does that add up to?
Near the beginning, it's around 3 or 4, but as the summer goes on, they get longer.
Okay. What did you think were some of the keys to winning and getting out on Saturday at Tiffin?
I think we're very close as a team, which helps, so we push each other more to do better and push ourselves.
Okay. What are you shooting for now going to state? Is there something you'd like to do personally there?
I just really want a PR, and I want our girls to work well together and just use each other to work up towards the front of the pack.
A PR for you would be what? What's your best time so far? Do you know?
This season is a 21-27. So.
Okay. Sophie, you're one of the youngest members of the team. What's it like jumping from the junior high into the varsity running?
It's a lot different, but it's definitely something that I'm going to remember forever.
What's different about it? Distance is different too, right?
Yes.
Tell me about the difference in distance.
More mileage, and it's just faster paced.
Okay. Another freshman, I believe. Tell me about your adjustment, what it's been like.
It's just fun to be able to be with the high school team, and we all just work hard together, and it's definitely a lot different than junior high.
Okay, is there something you're shooting for time-wise at state as you go down?
I just want to get a PR and for my team to get top 10.
Your PR would be?
2033.
Okay. Maddie, you've been down to state how many times now?
This will be my third year.
Okay. Why did you think your team did well enough to get out? From what I heard, one of the toughest regionals that you guys have been in.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. There was a lot of good teams there, but we just worked really well together, and we realized that we had to stay as a pack and find each other during the race.
Okay, so staying as a pack, you're out front leading them, so you're kind of trusting they're on your heels, or are you talking to them? How do you keep the pack together?
Sometimes I kind of motion, let's time to go, and then I just kind of lead out and just hope that they come with me, and even if they can beat me, I don't, just try to do the best for the team.
Okay, so you went as a freshman, now you're going as a junior. What's it been like? Has it been different or the same every year from your perspective?
It's been a little different. I've definitely had to grow since from freshman year, but the team bonding is still the same. We're still just as close. It's just kind of adapting and getting more experience and realizing that I can do this.
What's it like running with your dad as the coach?
Well, it's fun. He really pushes me, and we joke around sometimes, but yeah, all fun.
The Liberty Center Tiger boys are state-bound, winning a regional championship, and let's find out who the 7 athletes are.
Ethan Gutierrez, 10th grade.
Nathaniel Eliff, 9th grade.
Chris Miles, 10th grade.
Cole Wobble, 10th grade.
Tanner Roush, 12th grade.
Kyle Roush, 11th grade.
Cameron Stark, senior.
All right, let's get back over here. Tell me about why this has been a year where you guys are going to state. It's been a regional championship year.
I think we've just had a lot of talent, and we've had definitely a lot of training from our coach, and he's just really put together a good team for us this year, and all our workouts have paid off.
All right, some talent along with a little bit of everything. What stands out for you that's made the difference?
I think it's the summer running. We tried a lot in summer. We really pushed it, so that really helped in the season, later in the season.
Is it fun running in the summer?
Yes.
It is.
Even with the heat.
Even with the heat. Okay, so how many miles a day is a summer workout, let's say?
3.
3 miles. And what do you run in the middle of the season then? How many miles?
4.
Okay, so up it a little bit. What did you think was the difference with the rotten weather you guys ran in on Saturday?
Well, we've had a lot of workouts this year in the harsh weather, and I think that I know 6 out of our 7 varsity runners are all experienced runners, and we've ran before this year. And just the fact that we've been prepared and we went into it with the proper mindset of we want to smash this. So
You said you're prepared. What got you prepared?
definitely working out in the harsh weather. Lots of just time and commitment and staying focused during practices.
Okay. The coach told me that the course at Tiffin is similar to the one you guys have here at Widewater. What do you like about this course at Widewater? What's it like about Tiffin?
Well, the similarities are there's a lot of hills. For every uphill, there's a downhill. There's a big open field in the back, pretty much the same. But right before the 2 mile at Tiffin, right in the middle of the 2 mile, there's a big open spot here at Widewater. So training here and then training here and racing at Tiffin's pretty similar. We knew what we had to do. We've trained here, so we knew what to expect at Tiffin. It's just so similar. Paid off.
What about when you prepared for Tiffin and you knew the weather was going to be and the course was going to be tough? What was that like preparing and then running?
Preparing for it, it's just another day on a cross country course. You just got to be ready for anything, and when you're out on the course, just be ready for anything. Like you're gonna get physical on the course, and the sloppier it is, the more aggressive you got to be.
When you talk about physical, you're talking about bodies bumping in. I mean, how often does that happen during a race?
There's a few shoulder checks and elbows thrown in the race, so you definitely got to get physical sometimes.
You got to fight for your spot?
Oh yeah.
All right. What about you? What has happened all year to build up to this, did you think?
The build-up of this year, I would say just the team, knowing that we had to get fourth and fifth guy up to our third has really changed our team. Beginning of the season, it was kind of a struggle, but getting them up here now has really got us to win that regional. So
How tough is it to keep up with Cameron?
It's a challenge. Hopefully I can take his spot next year, though.
All right, that's what it takes. Cameron, you've led the pack all year long, been at the top, and you want to keep a pack, though, but yet you want to set a hot pace. Maybe talk about how there's a balancing act there.
I mean, definitely I want to keep pushing myself and, getting faster times. And then we also want to keep our 4 and 5 moving up and just get our pack time down and,
How about your approach to a Saturday when it's going to be sloppy weather, lots of bodies, lots of talented people out there?
Just going out with the leaders and making sure I'm warmed up properly and making sure everyone else is good and ready to go.
So you've been at state before. What's it take to run at this course down at Hebron? What do you have to do well?
Just make sure you know the course, going down the day before and finding tangents and figuring out where you want to go and, what you need to do.
Will you shoot for a time or will you shoot for, I'm going for number 1 place?
I'm going to definitely shoot for both, I would say. Try and break the school record again and also hit top 3.
I'll wrap it up with that. Very good.
Good job, guys.
Liberty Center Tigers will keep the tradition going as they head to state. Coach Roush, let's talk a little bit about the fact you've got a lot of investment in this team with your kids too. Maybe talk about does it get talked about at home or it's not a subject you want to bring up? What is cross country about away from school?
Cross country, we always talk about it being a family, and it really is a family. I mean, I've got 3 kids that are running, they're on the team, and we try and keep things, light at home, but if they've got questions or, concerns, I'm still mom. So it makes it an easy transition to go back and forth. But when we're here at practice, I'm coach.
What about the progress of this team, girls and boys? Maybe the guys, maybe a little more expectations, but the girls are down there too. How did this happen from your perspective?
Just the hard work, the dedication that they've had during the summer, and just knowing that, you get to state, anything can happen. Tim's talked before about the year that they went down there and they were ranked 10th and they were state champs. So, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen. You just go in, you put your best foot forward and take it a step at a time. So
Everybody talks about this summer workouts and investment. Tim, is it that big of a deal to put summer work in, or can you catch up in the fall later on?
It's a very big deal. If the kids build a nice base, you're basically going to eliminate injuries. That's the key. And it's something they have to do on their own. They have to make that commitment. You know, it helps with us with the success we've had over the years. We really don't have to coax the kids a whole lot. They know what they need to do. But, you know, for them to build a base, when they come into us in August, it makes our job a lot easier. We can start doing some of the harder workouts that are going to prepare them for the meet, like on Saturday, the state championships. So it's a very critical piece to the puzzle. Obviously, they could come in and not do any summer mileage, but then they're going to have the opportunity of possibly getting injured, and they're not going to reach the peak that they're capable of getting. And our kids understand that.
Now, they have been to the state and they know how much fun it is. You talk about that as fun. The work is all over. Now it's time to have fun?
Yeah, it's time for them to get in and compete. The pressure's off and challenge themselves against the best runners in the state of Ohio. And it's something that you know, they should be excited about it. We want them to be excited about it. They've put in all the hard work, and you know, they want to get on that starting line. They're representing their community and their classmates. They want to get in there and just do the best that they possibly can. But you know, it's for us as a team, it's something that we celebrate. We don't put a lot of pressure. We never have. You go down there and you compete and you see where you stack up against the best runners in the state.
Well, you know, you hear a lot about you win with seniors, but you are going to state with so many underclassmen. What's that like with such a young team? They can't even drive here to practice and things.
You're exactly right. I mean, it's been a really kind of a very interesting experience for us as coaches, I think, because they are so young. And to watch them develop and to see the races that they put on, you know, Nathaniel Eiliff, our freshman boy, has had just an incredible postseason as a freshman. And, you know, Sophie Long and Sydney Miller, two other very talented freshmen, for them to get that experience of the state meet. You know, you take a senior like Cameron Stark, who this will be his 4th time being down there as a team. You know, it pays off big time in their race performance because they know what to expect. So, you know, it's something that we'll talk about on Friday. They get down there and you know, their eyes are wide open. It's a whole different experience and they're excited about it, and that, you know, they are the future. And you know, the 4 years goes by so quick. I mean, I can remember 4 years ago a very little Cameron Stark, you know, on the starting line, and watching him develop now into one of the top runners in the state of Ohio is very special.
You know, when you talk about a team progressing, kids that were just fresh out of junior high, now running for a state, possibly gunning for a state title, what do you tell kids like that, Coach Roush, when they don't know maybe at all what they're in for?
You just tell them, you know, you do in your meet what you've done in practice. This is familiar, and just go in and do what you do. You know, we've prepared them the best that we can, and you know, you look down the line at the starting line and you're seeing the same people. So it's nothing new. It's just another day, and get in and race.
Coach, what about for you? What do you tell those freshmen and sophomores?
Well, I think, you know, we prep our kids through the season. We travel all through the state of Ohio, like Coach Rouse just said, so that when they get on the starting line, there's nobody that they have not already raced before. You know, I think specifically about a month ago, we were at the Cedarville Invitational running against Division I teams. Teams where there's a girls team that has 140 girls on their team. And it exposes our kids to the best of the best. And so, you know, they're going to get on the line, look down the line and say, well, I know that person, or I recognize that team. We've already raced against them. And I think that, you know, is very beneficial that we have that luxury, that our school allows us to schedule some of these meets.
Do you have expectations going in of what the kids can do?
My expectations, I think, I just want them to go in there and perform at their highest level. Last year, I thought as a team, as a girls team, we could perform a little bit better. We got down there and just got a little rattled and did not run as well as we could. Having a young girls team like that, I think it's just about getting experience. The pressure's off them now. I want them to go in and really challenge themselves, really get out quick and get after it. For my boys team, it's just the opposite. I mean, we have a lot of veterans. Some of our guys, this will be their third and fourth time going down to the state meet. So our expectation is we want to get on that podium and really push ourselves. So one team is trying to get experience. The other team is trying to take that experience and take it to another level. So that's kind of my expectation.
All right.